punishment sometimes was a little severe. And she told me to get up, get in my seat to where I was going. I would not need that envelope.
As the train drew nearer to its destination, the children's clothes were changed, their faces washed. They were prepared for the defining moment of the trip, the distribution. In local newspapers, notices had run in advance encouraging people to come see the homeless children on the stage of a meeting hall. As the children waited to be displayed, they were urged to make a good impression on the audience.
November 7th, 1883. I was a witness of the distribution of 40 children in Minnesota. The children arrived at about 3:30 p.m. and were taken directly from the train to the courthouse. Mr. Matthews set the children one by one before the crowd and gave a brief account of each. Applicants for the children were then admitted in order behind the railing and rapidly made their selection. If the child gave the assent, the bargain was concluded on the spot. It was a pathetic sight to see those children, tired young people, weary, travel-stained, confused by the excitement, peering into those strange faces. Hastings Hart.
The distributions continued for 75 years, until 1929.
It was a huge stage, and we were all set up there in 2 rows of semicircle. And the people were already down in the audience. They had been notified ahead the day before that we would be there.
The big day came, and we arrived on a Sunday in Kirksville, Missouri, at the Presbyterian Church. We marched down the aisle, 13 of us, and they would walk past us, and you were viewed. And that's a strange feeling. You'd never been looked at in that way before. You'd never seen people looking all around you.
That was an ordeal that no child should go through. They pulled us and pushed us and shoved us. And this old man, I had never seen anything like anybody chewing tobacco. I knew nothing about it. This old man came up and his mouth was all stained brown. And I thought, well, he'd been eating chocolate candy or something. Then he said, open your mouth. I looked at him. And he said, I want to see about your teeth. I opened my mouth. He stuck his finger in my mouth and rubbed over my teeth. And his old dirty hands just, I wanted to bite, but I didn't.
The local minister, banker, doctor, and other leading citizens were asked by the Children's Aid Society to form a committee to check qualifications of potential foster parents. An agent explained the society's rules to the crowd. All placements were to be made on a trial basis. Legal adoption was not required. Dissatisfied children could leave. Those who stayed were expected to work as contributing members of the household. The foster parents were asked to house, feed, and educate the New York children in the same manner as their own. Brace's system put its faith in the kindness of strangers.
Well, I lived on the farm out west, and my uncle was a doctor in Denton, and I went in to see him that day, and he says, I was down, they called me last night, down at Davis's rooming house. They had a bunch of children down there, and one of them was sick. He said, they've got those children to find homes, give them homes. He said, if I was you, I'd go down there and get one of those boys. He could be a big help to you as he grew up, and you could be a big help to him. And I went down, and the lady said, now here they all are. There's 8 or 10 in that row. Different kinds and different expressions, and all different places they'd come from. Some from Italy, some from other countries. And they was and they just let me pick the one I wanted. This little sharp-eyed boy, I said, I'll take that one. And they fixed him up and had a little bundle of clothes, and we took him home. And I was 19, and he was 9, I think.
I wasn't very comfortable up on that stage because I didn't know where I was going to go. And I was old enough to realize that there could be a lot of mistakes made. A farmer came up to me, and he felt of my muscles, and he says, "Joel, you'd make a good hand on the farm." And I says, "Well, I'm not going to go home with you." I says, "You smell too bad. You haven't had a bath probably in a year." And he took me by the arm and was going to lead me off the stage, and I bit him. And that didn't work, so I kicked him. And so everybody in the audience thought I was incorrigible. They didn't want me because I was out of control. I was crying there in the chair by myself, and a school teacher came up there, and she says, "I'd like to take you home with me and play with my boy for a week, and if nobody wants you then, well, then we'll have to send you back to New York." But this elderly couple in their 60s were contacted by this school teacher, and they had no children, never did have. They had a stillborn about 30 years previous. So he put me on his lap in this school teacher's home and got acquainted with me. And he said, "If you go home with me, I'll buy you a pony and a bicycle and a puppy." So I thought that was great. So I went home with them, and I finally got the best home of the whole bunch. But I always thought that biting and kicking did me a lot of good. The best day of my life.
He was a little Italian, still had a little of that Italian talk. Well, he was great. We was in a buggy. We had to get him in our buggy and go 18 miles to our farm. He enjoyed sitting down there holding those lines. Of course, the horse done most of the driving anyway. And we got out on that farm. He'd never been on a farm. He thinks that's the world to him. He saw chickens and hogs and sheep and everything. And somebody gave him a little old pup, after a year or two, an Airedale dog. And of course, he thought he was a rich man having a dog. No children have him in New York. It was interesting to see him, the city ways he had, and put him in the country.
We got to the house, and this nice old lady met me and says, "You look all right." Well, they had already had their supper, so she fixed a plate for me and this big goblet of milk. And I tasted it, and I said, "It's sour." She heard it. She could hear that. She said, "It is not. I churned it fresh this morning." Well, I still didn't know what she was talking about. I said, "I don't like it." So you don't have to have it. Anyway, she took the glass away, and her daughter-in-law was waiting for her husband to come out because the war was over now, and her husband was stationed at Langley Field, Virginia. And he wouldn't be home soon. So I could sleep with her that night. And that was really a night. She told me just exactly why those people wanted me, that she would be gone. And I was growing up, and I would be big enough to take care of that house. And that's all they wanted with me. But she wouldn't be there to help me. And I said, "What can I do?" She said, "Go back to the hotel. Just tell them that this is just not for you." So she drew me a map of where I was, back to the Beckham. And I walked in, and I never got such dirty looks in my life as I did when they saw me walk in that door. "Well, what happened to you?" And I said, "They didn't want a child. They wanted a slave."